Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make historically accurate leg armor. Enjoy. So I have this large piece of cardboard right here, and I drew out this curvy shape right here with a Sharpie. So then I retraced that cutout shape and cut the second side out. Now I'm going to bend it and then cut off the excess pieces. So I have it bent around my leg right now just to find out where my knee is. It's right about there, and that's how much excess I'm gonna need to cut off. So now I rolled them over and then glued the ends together and added some duct tape for reinforcements. And now at the bottom where your knee's gonna bend, I have an 8-inch slit that I'm going to cut out and then glue those pieces together so it tapers downward. Okay, so those tapers are glued together, and then I cut out some crescent moon shaped shapes out of the back of my knee area, and then that will allow me to bend my knee properly. And I left it kind of long here because I'm going to make these legs one whole armor piece, so I'm going to have rivets and a kneecap and then rivets again and then the shin guard. So I ended up adding another slit right there on the front just to decrease the diameter of this hole right here, and it ended up working pretty well. So now we're going to start working on the kneecaps. Now this is the shape I drew out, and I'm going to cut out 2 of these, and I made sure there's a curve right there because when I glue the 2 halves together, it's going to make a cool curved design. So here are both pieces. And I'm gonna bend them inward and then glue them together right here. Here's where it looks like glued together and bent properly. Now that the kneecaps are fixed in place with paper fasteners, I'm going to work on the cooties that go on the sides. So here's the design I drew out. This is the top piece, and then I'm gonna cut that out, retrace it, and then cut out another one, just like so, and then we're gonna glue them together at an angle. So here it is, glued together at an angle, and I'm actually doing some hot glue lines to make some cool intricate details, similar to the way I did my Roman helmet. And then when I paint those, the details are going to stand out a little bit, so I'm going to add these lines on each side of the cooties as well. I added some extra pieces of cardboard just to smoothen out that angle, and now I'm going to glue them right to the side of the kneecap right there. So now that that part's done, I'm going to close up this gap right here using this piece of cardboard, and they have angles cut into them so they can easily fit around the rivet pivot joint right there. So I'm going to bend this up and slide it underneath the kneecap and over top the thigh guard. So I attached it to the armor using some duct tape, folded onto itself so it's smooth on both sides. And then here's the inside. So when I bend my knee, that's what it will look like. And it closes that gap just like real knight armor. So I trimmed down the upper thigh area just so it fits better. And I added a few more hot glue details to make it fancier. And now we're going to build the rest of the leg. And the way I did that last time was I used these homemade templates, and I'm going to show you how to make new ones because these ones don't fit me anymore. It's basically the same as last time, but all I did was cover my leg in aluminum foil first, and then I squeezed it to make it nice and contoured. Then I'm going to cover this in 1 layer of duct tape. And here's a quick check to see if that will cover up all the way, and it will. We're going to have to add some armor pieces to the back of the knee to close that up, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to draw some registration marks and then cut 2 seam lines, and then we'll have 2 pieces just like this, and those will be our templates to apply to cardboard. So I cut it off on one side. I cut it on the inside right here of my leg, and some of the foil might fall off like that, but that's okay as long as the first layer of foil stays on, and it's mostly back to duct tape anyway. Yeah, just make sure you treat your templates well because they are pretty fragile. So make sure you press down on the foil so it really connects to the tape. So now I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces, and those lines going this way are my registration marks, and I use these shapes to remember which like front and back, which side they are and all that. So I'm going to cut them into 4 pieces so it's a little bit more flexible than my previous version, and then apply those to cardboard. There it is. So here are all the patterns cut out, and I transfer them all onto cardboard. Don't forget to flip over all of these and trace them onto a new piece of cardboard to make the right leg, because this is the left leg template. So now we're going to bend all of these and then glue them together on the seam lines and everything. And it's going to open up from the back instead of the side for my old shin armor. So this is what they look like bent, and now I'm just going to glue them all together. This is what it looks like, and this is the back. It opens up, and that's how I put my leg in. And this is what it looks like on the outside. And I definitely think that 4 pieces was necessary. It makes it a lot easier to assemble and a lot less stressful to cut out and build and everything. It is a little tedious to cut out more pieces, but it's definitely easier to put on because there's less stress around all the like cardboard tension. But it fits perfectly well. Now we just got to make the right leg. So now that that's done, I added some of these buckle straps right here because the rubber bands are good, but I just keep using them and breaking them. So these clips will actually be a little bit more robust and a little bit more efficient. So I just glued 2 of those on the calf. So then I added another buckle strap using elastic strap instead of the regular strap because it's stretchy. And I added it on the calf portion as well, so I can clip those together and the knee will bend with the calf. So now it's going to bend with the knee just like that. And the knees actually used to not bend without the calf, but now that it's attached, this part that I made earlier will actually be into play. So. And here's our current progress. The knees are so much more comfortable this way too. So I have this piece right here that's going to go on the inside of the knee on each leg, and this is just custom drawn. It's a random shape I drew out. It's going to go right there just to close up the gap on the side on the inside of the legs. Then I cut a slit and glued it together just so it curves inward more and so they don't scrape against each other while I'm walking. So now they contour inward. Now we're going to build the armor that goes on the back of the leg, and it's these 4 pieces of cardboard. And what I'm going to do is put paper fasteners right here as a pivot on both sides. Then I put a piece of duct tape right there, and then when I close it up, it won't go anywhere. And when I open it up, it will also stay in place. And now we're going to glue it like this, like the overlappingest part on the top. And we're pretty much just going to glue it to the back of the hamstring right here. And then we'll have a buckle clip with elastic that attaches to this so it stretches. And when you open and close your knee, it will do the thing it's supposed to do. All right, there we go. And flexibility is reduced, but the aesthetic and the historical accuracy is there. And that's what's important, right? So we're going to add this elastic buckle strap right here underneath, and it's going to connect there. So when I keep my leg open, this will be pulled open. And then when I close it, of course, my leg will close it automatically. And then we'll go paint them. Here's just one last shot of the functionality before we paint them. And here's what they look like now. I think this turned out amazingly, and they work incredibly as well. I'm actually really proud of how this came out. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I tried my best to include the historical accuracy because that is very important to me, as much as I did with the protection aspect. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like these builds that I do, like and subscribe for more videos, and stay tuned for another night battle skit, which is coming out soon as well.